Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Shanika Beckford. You absolutely know who I am, and if you don't, you're a new subscriber or you're a new viewer. Go ahead and subscribe, like, share this video with someone, and definitely comment in the comment section. Why am I dressed up today? Because I am starting a School of the Prophets and Ministry on the 1st of May. Some of you guys that have been watching my previous prophetic videos have been asking me, when are you doing School of the Prophets? We want to be a part of your mentorship and School of the Prophets. The flyer will be attached at the end of this video or probably somewhere here. You can get all the information as well as my email. Contact information will be in the description. Send me an email so you can be a part of our School of the Prophets, which will begin on May 1st. It's for 9 weeks. But without any further ado, let's get straight into this video, shall we? Alright, so today, based on the topic, you know what I will be talking about. Weddings. Let's talk about weddings. Everybody wants to get married. Everyone wants to meet that perfect person that you will spend the rest of your life with. However, the topic is, should I have a big wedding or should I have a small wedding? That is the topic of conversation. I'll give you my 2 cents, what I think about it, what I can suggest to you guys. As a child growing up, for most females, perhaps the males, but mostly for females, we all have that idea that, listen, when I grow up, I want to have a fairy tale wedding. I'm inviting all of my friends, all my family. I need my dress to be this elegant with a trail going from here to 5 feet down the road. And we have this wonderful idea what we want weddings to be like. If you're that female, you've had that fairy tale dream wedding, comment down below, let me know who I'm talking to. But let's be honest, we're now in a pandemic. Things don't always turn out the way we want them to. Life can be pretty challenging, can be pretty tough, which means that sometimes you'll be forced to do things that's not necessarily what you wanted to do. But let's evaluate the difference between small weddings and large weddings, or private weddings rather. A lot of people say, I need a big wedding, I need a large wedding, because this is the only time I'm getting married. I want to be able to look back on my wedding, on my wedding day, and say, this is what we did, this is what we have achieved, accomplished, and we can always look back at it. That's fine. What my suggestion, my take on this whole big wedding thing is, if you can afford it, go for it. If that's your dream, you can afford it. Whether you're going to save for it, you're going to get assistance from your family, then go ahead and do it. For some people, it is a traditional for females or for persons in the family to have a large wedding. Family come together and everybody pull in and they just support each other, and that's totally fine. I mean, you can look back at your videos, your pictures, and you can say, hey, I had a wonderful day. That's fine. Everybody came together, everybody ate and had a wonderful time. That's totally okay. But let's talk about having private weddings. What is so wrong about having private weddings? Most of the weddings, most of the marriages that I know that are thriving and surviving are those that had a private wedding that nobody really knew about. There was no extravagant, celebration and all of that. As I said, not that anything is wrong with the big weddings. I'm not discouraging you, but I'm just saying there's nothing wrong also with the private weddings, especially if you cannot afford it. Females, the reason why your boyfriend, your fiance has not married you as yet, it is possible because you're stressing the man out because you want to have a big wedding and the man can't afford it. You can't afford it, the man can't afford it. Settle for something smaller, settle for something private. The truth of the matter is, a lot of people that got married with some of these big, ginormous weddings, ceremonies, they haven't lasted. They went for a year or some time and they ended in divorce. It's sad to say. It doesn't last. Sometimes some of these big weddings we see on social media that oh wow, I love this. Oftentimes it is just for the show. Oftentimes they are being female, the brides are being sponsored wedding dresses. The men are being sponsored their suit. Oftentimes people are sponsoring juice, food and all of that because they are being paid to do all of that. So sometimes some of the things we see on social media, it's not real. It's not real. Social media is not a real place. You have to live in real life, in the real world. So as I said, nothing is wrong with private weddings. Most of the big weddings that you see, they don't last. most of the small weddings you do see, they actually do last because it is genuine. When you love someone, you really want to marry them and spend the rest of your life with them. It's not about the wedding ceremony, it's about the marriage that will come after. Because a lot of people spend so much money on the wedding, and when they get home with the spouse, they can't live together. They're fighting, fussing, screaming, beating each other. So it's not so much about the wedding, it's about the ceremony. Next thing is, when you invite all of these people to your wedding, first of all, you couldn't even afford it, and you invited all of these people. Some of them are not even with you, some of them don't even like you. They're just going to stand or sit and just look at you and judge your hairstyle, judge your makeup, judge and criticize the dress you have on. Some are going to eat and go home, and when they go home, they don't care about you or what's happening with your spouse. They just came to have a merry good time, and then you're left to have the marriage alone with your spouse. This is why the huge weddings are not necessarily important. You cannot stress yourself to do a huge wedding, and then at the end of the day, you're going home to a home where you don't own the home, you don't have certain things set in place for you and you're supposed to move forward, but you had spent so much money on a wedding. Make it make sense to me. It not make sense. You cannot spend so many hundreds of thousands of dollars on a wedding, and you not live nowhere. You don't even own a car. You and your husband have no savings. What are you going to do after the wedding? How long is the wedding cake going to serve you for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Because I do know folks that get married, and after the wedding, they literally have no money and nothing and nobody to call on, because they can't call on people, because a lot of people don't have it. Why did you end up spending so much money on the wedding? You get what I'm saying? So if you are going to strain, if you have to borrow, first of all, if you even have to go to the extreme, women, to borrow the money, saving the money is one thing, because you save for what you want and you plan and prepare for what you want. You go the extra mile for what you want. But if you have to go to the extra mile to borrow money, to buy wedding ring, to buy wedding dress, to prepare for the wedding, you have to borrow and put yourself in debt. It doesn't make sense unless you have a secure, solid way that you know you're going to pay back for this. This big old wedding does not make any sense whatsoever, because when you are through, you're going to be stuck with the debt of trying to pay back a wedding. What is so wrong with having just a few persons at your wedding? I'm having a wonderful time with people that really love you, that really care about you. I'm just doing this video to say, listen, there's nothing wrong with a small wedding. There's nothing wrong with a small reception. A lot of people I know, they never went through the hustle and the bustle of all of these things, but they're still living happily. You cannot take out loans to do weddings. It makes no sense. What is the profit? What is the gain? Is it an investment? An investment into love and a lifetime of happiness with the one you love? Sure. But what money are you making from this? Oh, pastor, it's not all about the money. Yes, it is, because you have bills, you have debts, you have children, you have all these things going on that you need to cover. I mean, what the hell? But I'm just saying though, females, I know some of you guys, you're dating, you're courting, and you're telling your spouse, this is what I want my wedding to be like, this is the type of dress I need, the mermaid dress and the trail and all of that, and the list of things that you're saying to your spouse. A lot of times the reason they have not proposed as yet, because they know this is what my girlfriend wants. I really don't have the money to support this right now, so let me hold off on the proposal for a while and work it up. I want to give her the wedding she wants, but if it were something smaller, then I would just go ahead, propose, and get it over with right now, because I love her. I just want to get married. I've spoken to a lot of males that say, I can't propose to my girlfriend yet because the wedding that she wants have to work up for her so she can have the best wedding. If it were up to me, I'd get married tomorrow. That's not a big deal for me. It's all about her dress, her makeup, and the photos and all of that. See, it boils back down to the females, what they want, what they are desiring. So I'm just saying, maybe rethink the amount of people that's on your wedding list. Maybe downsize a little on the dress. Downsize a little on some of the stuff that you want to be catered with food at the wedding. A lot of these things doesn't necessarily make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. At the end of the day, you'll be left broke. If you're going to be left broke, you're going to be left crying, you're going to be in debt, then it is something that you need to consider. It's not a big deal. Furthermore, what I always tell people is, if you are so stressed about it, leave it alone. Get married with the few people that you can. If it means you have to just get 2 witnesses, get your 2 witnesses, go and get married to the love of your life. Things are not always going to be difficult or hard. Next year or the next 3 years on your anniversary down the road, you can go ahead and you can redo your vows. You can do a ceremony. You could do something that's nice, exquisite, a bit larger than before, but at least you are married and you're getting to know your husband, spending quality time with your husband and starting your own family. You could always do something bigger later. So why kill yourself to have a big wedding now and you know that you can't afford it? I know a lot of people that go through loans and debt and the hassle of getting married, and the marriages never last. I mean, sad to say, but the marriages, they never lasted. What is it that you are more concerned about, your wedding or your marriage? The wedding is a one-day event. For some, it's a lifetime event because they want to always look back, but I think the marriage is more important. So females, stop stress out the man them. I've always been doing videos on the female side, lashing out against men. So men, today I'm on your side. Females, stop stressing the men. Stop stressing your boyfriend. Stop stressing your fiance with what you want. If the man can't afford it, if you can't afford it, then just work with what you guys can afford. Stick to your budget and work for better days and to do something later that you guys can enjoy yourselves. A ceremony, you can invite everybody. But for now, just be humble, be simple. Nothing not going out the road right now. We're in a pandemic. We're in a shutdown. I mean, why do you need to do all of this bag of stuff? See, anyways, if you want to get married right now, you can only have 15 persons. Get married with the 15 persons. Next year, if Corona not keeping, praise be to God, I declare, decree, and I prophesy, you can go ahead and do something next year. Do a get together with your family or friends. But until then, I just wanted to encourage you guys that if you're not able to do the big extravagant wedding, settle for something small. It's okay. Don't worry about what you see on social media. Most of it, it's not real, it's fake. So that's just what I wanted to say. If you had a small wedding, comment down below, let me know. Or if you had a big wedding, comment down below also, let me know. But if you're planning to get married, you're hoping to get married, you can't afford it, you want a small wedding, be encouraged. It's not the end of the day. Life goes on. A year life, a year pocket, a year husband. You go home to your husband, not the bag of people them, not the family members, but your husband and your personal family. You'll have to figure it out after the wedding. So God bless you all. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, comment down below, and share this video with someone. Thanks for watching. Bye. Hello everyone, my name is Pastor Shanique Beckford. I am the founder and director of Prophetic School and Ministry, formerly known as Prophetic Workshop. On May the 1st, we will be hosting a 9-week course on the prophetic and also church ministry. If you believe that God has called you to the prophetic ministry, or perhaps you have a great desire to know more or to understand what the prophetic ministry is all about, then this is definitely for you. Pastors, lay workers, whoever you are, whatever sphere you operate in church or ministry or in Christendom, basically, it is also good for you to grasp and to get this information. Information is power. So if you are intrigued or called to the prophetic, we'll be doing topics such as identifying the call to the prophetic, signs or characteristics of a prophet, the different realms of the prophetic, channels through which God speaks to us, the difference between prophecy and word of knowledge. We'll be discussing dreams and visions and various other deep topics as it relates to the prophetic and foundations of the prophetic. We'll also be doing church leadership training, such as teaching on the fivefold ministry within the church. The apostle, the prophet, pastor, evangelist, and teacher will be expounding on the fivefold ministry. We'll be discussing the roles of a church, the laymen within the church, such as the usher, the altar worker, and the different personalities, the different ministries that are involved within church ministry. We will be discussing the roles and the responsibilities of these said persons within a certain office or role that they're called to perform within the church district. We believe that it is good for our ministry to be anointed or operate on the anointing and with the presence and the Holy Spirit, but we also believe in a training and a teaching. It is very good to ensure that your staff, the people you are serving with, the people you are serving are being trained and equipped to the maximum so that you can have a more structured ministry, that you can widen your sphere of the people that you will reach and be able to be a diversified ministry. You can minister to just about anyone from uptown, downtown, and all around town. So if you are interested in this School of the Prophets and Ministry, go ahead and reach out to us. Our email is praywithme3@gmail.com. Our contact information is also 836-1144. You can go ahead and reach out to someone and we will be in touch with you to give you more information on School of the Prophets. You can join us at 80C Queens Drive Elevation Center in Montego Bay. Our classes will be held every Saturday at 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Also, if you miss our Saturday classes, you can join us on Wednesdays at 5 p.m. to 5:30. 5 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. every Wednesday. So you're definitely not missing out. If you're not in Montego Bay, you too can be a part of our weekly classes. We will be streaming virtually also. So if you can go ahead, go right ahead. Send us an email, give us a call, and we will give you more information. You will not miss this. We will have activities. You'll be able to pray for someone, prophesy to them, be able to exercise the prophetic gift that God has placed upon your life. We will also have activation lessons where we will do activation prayers and just about everything that will be able to push you, to provoke your gifting, to steer you and help you to mature and cultivate the gift that God has placed upon your life. So thank you very much. Once again, my name is Pastor Shanique Beckford. I look forward to being in class with you all. God bless you and have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye.